Hey everyone, welcome to the BI Star. Today, we'll be learning how to encrypt sensitive columns in SQL Server and read those sensitive columns which are encrypted in SQL Server using Power BI to develop dashboards. Without further delay, let's dive into our SQL Server and create a test table. For our demo, I'm going to create a table person underscore ENC, which is encrypted, and add ID, first name, last name, SSN, credit card number, and salary, where ID is our identity column starting from 1001. And let's execute this. And now we'll be inserting some sample values here for our testing purpose. And let's select from that table. Now we see the output and we want to encrypt social security number, credit card number, and salary. Now let's encrypt these three columns using SQL's always encrypted wizard. And click next and select these three columns to encrypt. There are two types of encryption, randomized and deterministic. Randomized encryption will return different values each time you run it. In other hand, deterministic encryption will always return same value for the same plain text every time you run it. So you can choose whatever you want. For now, let's see SSN as randomized and other two as deterministic. And for the encryption key, choose the new one. Since I already have one, it is giving me the previous one. I'm selecting new and click next. And it is giving you some warning. That's our collation issue. For the SQL encryption, SQL automatically converts some of the collation to its default collation. Right now, you can see the warning message is same here. And for the salary success, there is no collation chains. Click next. Now we will configure the master key. For our purpose, let's select the auto-generate column master key. And there are two types of key store provider. One is Azure. Right now, we don't do Azure Key Vault, but for the production environment, you can do it. Right now, let's do the Windows Certificate Store for the current user and click Next. Click Next here as well. And here for the encryption method, there are two types. One is offline. You can read through the offline one. And there is another one that is online. For our purpose, we will just use the offline method, but you can explore both options. If you want to generate PowerShell script, you can do so and hit next. This is the summary and I'm running it. Let it run and let's wait. Okay, this is done. You can see everything is passed. You can close it now. You can see the message as well. Now we have successfully encrypted those columns. And let's see the keys in here. We can see CMK auto2 under master keys and the encryption keys that was expected. And let's check in our certificate store. Just type certificate on your Windows search. Click there. And let's see in here, we see this always encrypted auto certificate. It was just imported here and check the expiration date 7/21/29. And you can open it and see the certificate key in here. We'll need this later on. Copy this and I'll just paste it here so that I can copy it later on. Now we will change the couple of connection properties here. Now connect, let's run it. And there you go. All of these three columns are encrypted. You can see it. Even if you have access to the database and table, you cannot read it without having that master certificate installed on your computer. This is how we encrypt columns in a table in SQL Server. Now we will try to read this table using default Power BI behavior using the SQL Server database. Let's provide the server name and database name. Okay, and I will go under advanced query and copy our SQL query and provide that in here and click OK. Let's see what happens in here. There you go. We cannot read any of those encrypted columns. We'll just do transform data in here. All of these encrypted columns are coming as binary, and rename that for direct from SQL. In order to read those encrypted column, we need to use ODBC connector in our Power BI like that. And you can select it. Right now, we didn't have any configuration set up in ODBC. We can do that here. Just click add in here and select ODBC driver 17 and give it a name, ENC test, and provide the server name. Let me copy that from here. This is our server name. And just keep it default in here. Click next. And keep it default and select column encryption and click there and select key vault client secret. And we need the one we copied earlier, our master key. Copy this and paste it here. Click OK, next, finish, and test the connection. It's successful. And just close this one. Now let's go back to Power BI and add a new source, ODBC. And in your dropdown, you'll see that ENC test. Go to advanced option. We need to provide that connection string that we used in SQL Server earlier. Column encryption setting equals to enable. Let's get the SQL query, paste it in here, hit OK. We didn't have any database credential. We'll do the Windows connection. And we have that connection string provided, hit connect. There is an error. Okay, it says it did not find the database. I know what's going on. Let's get the database name from our SQL Server. And paste it here. Okay, there you go. We can see all those three information in plain text. And I'll rename it to ODBC ENC read. And let's validate the data in here. So 9838, if you go back to SQL in our insert, 9838 right there, and 4578 right there. That number matches, and this is how we can read it. And it's just so in the visualization pane here, let's add a table. Here you cannot see any column which are encrypted from direct from SQL. Those social security and other columns are not coming in. And from the ODBC read, you can see everything. Let's bring in all of these fields just to see. And I'll expand it and zoom in a little more. Here, this is how you read the encrypted columns from SQL Server in Power BI. Enjoyed the walkthrough? Like this video if the encryption in SQL Server and Power BI demo helped you. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon for content like this in the future, and drop a comment below if any step needs clarification or if there is a topic you would like to cover next.